we had an incident on one of our games where Sam had a cardiac arrest.
Yep.
Had a cardiac arrest. We've already spoken to Sam about this, and it's good to talk about because we want to put some awareness out. Kia ora and welcome to the latest episode of In The Nix. I'm your host, Salty. We've got a good program today. This podcast is brought to you by Soup Creative. Any of your video needs, these are the people to come see. So come check them out. They're in the heart of Chester. They got all your video needs you need. Video needs you need? Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Introductions today. We've got General Manager James Bryce. We've got Captain America, Skylar. Captain Skylar.
I like that.
Captain America.
Like
we got that. And we got Sam the Man. Sam Booth, one of our juniors here today. And by the way, Sam Booth, Sam the Man was a nickname given to him by one of the under 18 teammates of his, Rafi. Thanks, Rafi. He loves it.
He's my neighbor.
Who is Rafi?
Mm.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, literally my neighbor.
I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
For Rafi or for Skylar?
Oh, wow. I don't know. So we got a lot to get through today, and we want to get into it. So we're going to, first of all, look at Sam. We're going to speak about Sam and his progression into the pro team from his juniors, getting into the pro team, like I say, and where he came from and stuff like that. So Sam, where did you start playing basketball?
I started playing basketball in, it's not really I'd say it's a town called Carnarvon, and they were called Carnarvon Celts, but then they changed and their name's Dreigiau Carnarvon, which is a Welsh name for you.
Do you speak Welsh?
Yeah, I do speak Welsh.
Bit of Welsh there,
Sam. Yeah, a bit of Welsh there.
Get it in, Sam.
So Dreigiau means dragons, so it's Carnarvon Dragons, and then I've been playing for them since I was about year 5 or year 6, and we trained on a tennis court most of the time when I first started, and we transitioned into the leisure centre that was about 2 minutes away. And yet I've played with them since I started. I'm still playing with them. I'm training with them. It's really amazing. Ardwell runs it, and Ardwell and Yola runs it.
Yes,
and
they're good people there.
They really give to the community there. Like they really their basketball club is really there's so many children going to it now. I help coach on Fridays, and it's just brilliant to see all the young ages come through. And then
hang on there, and you being able to coach like that. Mm-hmm. Where does your influence of coaching come from?
Well, I've seen coaches like James, all the coaches I've had, James, Ardwell, my Welsh coach, Antonio. It's just it's a good...
Salty. That's where I was going.
He doesn't count. Salty doesn't count. He doesn't show up to our Wednesday training.
Oh, so. Apparently Amber's there more than me, so she's taking over Wednesdays for me.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just it's just another part of basketball to learn from. You can learn different things from it, and I like giving back to what Ardwell and Yola have given me. So
cool. Yeah. And I remember doing a little bit of reffing and seeing you play for the Carnarvon team and that. What got you to go to, because it was a trial for the Phoenix that you went to initially, wasn't it?
It was actually a summer camp. It was a summer camp that I went
so you went to a summer camp?
Yeah.
And then that got you into...
And that got me into... So I was actually away in a Wales tournament when they held the tryouts. So me and my dad saw this on Instagram, Facebook, and he said, oh, fancy going to a summer camp in Cheshire. I was like, yeah, let's give it a go. See what it's like. And then, so we went down, stayed at a hotel, and I met Rafi there, met George there as well. And then I was playing quite well, and then James came over and he said, why didn't you go to the trials? Why weren't you at the trials? And I was just telling him how I was playing with Wales. And it just kind of sparked from there. I just found my way going through the summer camp, yeah.
Wasn't the real story that we wanted to try and tap into the Welsh community, so we just picked him because he was Welsh?
Yeah. Some diversity. No, I remember the camp and I was sat there thinking, who is he? And why don't we know about him? Because everyone that comes to our camps, you kind of know them if they're at a certain level. And I was sat in the corner watching thinking, who's this kid?
Where's he come from?
Yeah, so I went up, so I was like, where'd you play? And he's like, oh, I play at, Carnarvon, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, and in my head I'm thinking, you play for Cheshire Phoenix now. I will sort this out. And then I think you came to practice that night, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because he was staying over. Yeah. Sam came to practice that night. I said, right, you're training tonight. And then just went from there, and you played a full under-16s season.
Was that the first season, under 16s?
Under 16s was my first season, yeah.
And let's not brush over, you said you went to a Welsh camp. It wasn't just the Welsh camp, was it? It was the Welsh national team, wasn't it?
Yes, the Welsh national team. So I've been playing for Wales for 2 years. I don't play for them anymore. But the first year we went to Dundee for Tri Nations, and then the second year we went to Dublin for Four Nations. And it is a bit of a not very good outcome, but I think the memories there are really good. And like all my mates there down in Wales, like they're mainly from South Wales.
Yeah.
It's just a really nice group. I really enjoyed going on that journey there, yeah.
But even the experience of it's got to be great, right?
Oh, no, it's brilliant. It's like, because you're matching up with Ireland's best players, you're matching up with Scotland's best players and England's best players. So it's like, you're literally seeing the best like in the country. Like it's quite amazing to think that you're part of it as well.
Yeah. And then let's talk about how your transition went from playing juniors, because you played 16s was your first year under Brycey.
Yeah.
Then we've moved up to 18s, still under Brycey. And then you got the opportunity to get into the pro team. How did that come about?
I think I just worked really hard in the first season because I was like the new kid. So I was like, oh, I really need to show what.
No, really. How did that come about? You worked hard. Come on. I've all been at your trainings. Come on. No, I'm just joking.
No, yeah, it's just like I really wanted to show like what I was made of because it was the first season. And I guess James just liked my attitude. And then I trained with Skylar for the first time. I was absolutely bricking it. I was like, oh my God, I'm training with Skylar. When I started shooting the threes and started warming up, I was like missing. I was like, oh man.
How did he do?
I could tell he was nervous, but I was like, I tried to tell him just relax, just do your thing. And we kicked your ass a little bit. That workout.
That's par for the course, though, right?
But he did good. No, I still remember when that workout happened. It actually like makes me quite like it's gonna be kind of weird, quite emotional thing, because I remember being your age and like for you, like I think in that moment that's a huge opportunity because I know if I was his age, it would have been a huge opportunity, and like getting to be there when you told him he was going to come up to our team and stuff like that, like it was a huge moment for you.
Definitely.
And I just think that's awesome, man. It was awesome just to be a part of it. Your dad being so excited and stuff like that. It was so cool to be a part of.
Yeah. So basically what we did that summer, me and Ben were like looking for, we always want to put a junior.
I was going to touch on that.
But only if they're good enough. Like we wouldn't do it just for the sake of it. So that summer, after Sam's under 16 year, we had, well, it was Skylar actually. Skylar worked out with 3 of them, I think 3 different juniors. And they all did really well. Like we could have put any of them, but I think Sam, with his experience of being part of the Welsh national team, and he had a bit more basketball experience, like internationally as well. So that kind of tipped him over the edge a bit. And he worked out with Skylar and it went pretty well. And I think, like Skylar said, it was quite emotional actually, because I think Sam and his dad were thinking, this is so surreal. Like it must have been a surreal situation. Like you could feel it.
The quick turnaround of how he got there too, right?
He's gone from 0 to 100 in 12 months. So yeah, that was
cool.
A cool.
I went home and told Alex about it like right away. I was like, this is so cool.
How do the players accept juniors like that coming into the team, Skylar? Because I mean, I've been around the players for a little bit now, and they're all cool guys and that. And how do they accept them like that?
Just like they're one of the guys.
Yeah.
If you work hard, you're gonna be brought in. If you come in and like kind of dick around a little bit, but if you come in and work hard, and that's what Sam did. Yeah. He's part of the group. Stays part of the group. He's like our little brother.
Yeah. That's cool, right?
Yeah, I remember going to, what did we do? Went bowling and we went, what was that dessert place after?
Oh,
Dolce's there. I was really good at that. And I was playing, we were doing bowling and I was like dead last. And I was like, James beat me, and I was looking at James like throwing it. I was like, oh, I can't come last. I can't come last.
And did you beat him?
No, James beat me. Okay.
I'm not bad at bowling.
Okay.
I was shocking. I was like, I haven't played this in years. I don't play bowling. And I was doing it and I was like, oh man, I'm having an absolute stinker here.
But I like the fact, Skylar, that you pointed on that. It doesn't matter, because you're going to have young guys like that. That's going to be, like you said, nervous and stuff like that. They're going to miss baskets. They may miss an assignment somewhere like that. But as long as, I suppose, you guys as senior players and that take it on board that's going to happen and see their work rate.
Yeah.
Surely that's all good.
Just come in and work hard and just be a good teammate.
Yeah.
The players are good, to be fair, with the younger players. Like last year with Dan Rudd, he was young and
Dan Rudd.
He was nervous as well, like in the first, like coming into it, and there was a moment, and he'd say it like in the first like few weeks of pre-season. I spoke to him and he's like, I just don't think I can do it because it's hard.
Yeah.
You know, it is hard and it's a massive step up. But the players really like embrace the younger guys, which is good, to be fair. Like the culture that we have is very opening and supportive. So, and that's like it is with Sam. Like Sam came to pretty much did everything in pre-season with us because they're in college or school. Like it's difficult to be part of the full-time schedule. But what I said to Sam before we started was try and do everything that you can. So you're not like just showing up every now and again.
Yeah.
Like it's better to be integrated if you're doing everything. So you could come to Movama. You did pretty much everything pre-season.
Yeah, pretty much everything. Ireland
away. And you got some game time in Ireland as well. Again, big step up. Playing from juniors to men's.
Absolutely.
It's hard, but
like Sam says, bricking it, right?
Yeah, that's brilliant. I remember.
Did you throw the ball over almost over the backboard on your first shot?
Yeah, pretty much. And I remember it was we were on defense and this like massive ginger guy, just like absolutely huge, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do against this guy. just bat me down every time, just put a layup, and I was like, oh man,
take him down.
Baptism of fire, but it's all good experience.
Yeah. So we've been through where you've come from being in the Carnarvon team, coming up into the juniors, carrying on your thing there, and then going into the pros. Let's move on to, and just so you know, we've already spoken to Sam to see if this is all right to talk about, but we had an incident on one of our games where Sam had a cardiac arrest.
Yep.
Had a cardiac arrest. Wasn't a nice day. Both Bryce and I were there, coaching Sam at the time. Very scary and not a nice day to be part of. And like I say, we've already spoken to Sam about this, and it's good to talk about because we want to put some awareness out and get this around awareness on this, because this isn't something that Sam knew he had. He didn't know he had this heart condition at the time, and the doctor said that you wouldn't have known it until something like this happens, or if he had got checked. So I'm not even going to ask. Like normally you'd feel, okay, you had that. We're going to move on from the day. So you had the cardiac arrest. You're in hospital. What was the next process going through there?
Well, it was actually my mum's birthday the day that happened. So that's going to be quite weird when it comes again this year.
Yeah.
But when I was in hospital, like, of course, I don't remember anything. I was like sedated. So it was mainly just trying to keep me like all healthy and stuff, because it went quite bad. It was like I had a punctured lung, so it's like started like shutting down. My kidneys nearly shut down. My heart wasn't working properly. So it was really just like making me all like settle down so the body can do what it needed to do. And then once I woke up, they were like, so this is what's happened. And I was like, I had cardiac arrest. I was like, how about a cardiac arrest? I was so fit and healthy. And I was like, out of me, of like everyone, like it's like, what happened to me? So they talked through it, like why it happened, that it was from like a congenital defect from birth. It wasn't like a disease, because that's usually how it's caused. Cardiac arrest is usually how it's like a heart disease that causes it. So they said I had a cardiac arrest, which caused a heart attack. And then they were like saying, so the next step, we're going to look at trying to rework the artery that wasn't right. And it's just like, I remember like seeing mum and dad, they were like all like, because I don't know what they've been such through like a hard time seeing me in hospital bed. Like mum was saying she was sat by my side like 24/7, just holding my hand, like wishing for the best. And I think it's crazy how we've like to accept it there in the hospital was like, wow, like we didn't know what was going to happen from it. We didn't know like, because they were worried about brain damage and stuff. I was like extremely lucky with how I am now, and like mum didn't know if I'd still be able to play. The first question I asked mum when I woke up was, will I still be able to play basketball? And she was like, I don't know, like I can't tell you. So the couple of days where they were sorting out what they had to do, it's all I could think about. Like, it's like, you're here, but I'm here, but I can't do my favorite thing.
Yeah. And
that was like really like heartbreaking for me at the moment, because I was like, I can't imagine my life not playing basketball, because it's been with me for ages. So they ran through that they'd have to rework the artery and when it would be, and if they'd have to take a vein from like my arm or my leg. So yeah, it was quite scary. and quite, but it's like such a massive thing together with the family. Like it really brought us like really together. Like we're stuck at the hip now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And Bryce, it was kind of hard for us because, and you were always in contact with Sam's mum and dad, so you knew what was going on. And then for me, it was me waiting on updates from you and stuff. And they'd come in and they'd be like Sam said, it'd be, oh, Sam's doing all right. And then the next day it'd be, Sam's not looking good. And the roller coaster of emotions that was going through was phenomenal.
I want to try to talk through this without crying. So hearing Sam's obviously account of it, I mean, it was a horrendous situation.
Yep.
And it was a roller coaster. Like now we're talking it back through. I'm thinking about it day by day. It literally was a day by day thing. And the difficulty was because obviously it happened in a game and everyone seen it at a junior game. Like it's managing everyone, like the parents and the team, and everyone's wondering what's going on. And it's like how do you share the bad news? Like you know, because there was times when, I mean, Sam will know now, but obviously didn't know at the time, where it was scary. It was like, shit, what is this? This is not looking good. Like I remember a particular day, and it was like, it's not looking good. And I'm thinking in my head, how do we even share this news? And I think we did try and like shield as much from people as possible, like bad stuff, because we didn't want people to overreact and it get out of hand. And it was a rough time. And I went through it with like the family as well. And like Sam said, you can see how close they came together, and we just tried to do as much as we could for them. And like Lisa, who's the under-18 team manager, did a lot for Sam's family with like housing them, because Sam was in Broad Green in Liverpool, and then he got moved to Wythenshawe Hospital. And Lisa lives and works right next to Wythenshawe. Well, she works at Wythenshawe Hospital. She lives right next to it. So it was kind of like all the stars aligned with that. It allowed Sam's parents to have a base and stay there, and then they could walk to the hospital and visit him. So that was good and really helpful. And like the kind of Phoenix family community really did like pull together to try and help them the best we can. I mean, you're kind of a bit helpless at times, because all you want to do is you just want Sam to recover and come out of it, really. And it was tough. It was a tough period.
And it's always hard with the unknown as well, eh?
Yeah, it was really unknown. And I remember the 2 days after it happened, the under-18 team were due to train, and we were going to cancel it. And I remember speaking to one of the parents saying, look, I don't think it's appropriate. And she begged us to keep the session on. I was like, they need to be together. Yeah. And to be honest, it was the best thing that could have happened, because we got everyone together and like spoke about it and allowed everyone to kind of get off the chest. And it was very emotional. And obviously Sam was a very popular part of the team, and so it's, you know, some of his best friends are in there thinking what the hell's going on. So but yeah, as obviously day by day, I was fortunate enough to go to hospital and see him. I was there when he kind of came round, and then we had training that night, so we could share the news that came out of it. So that was nice, but obviously it's a long road ahead, and hopefully he's, well, you know,
he's still
on the way. Like the fact that he's sat right here is amazing.
And absolutely.
And it is really emotional, and you just never think that that's ever going to happen. Like you hear about it, but you never think that'll happen to someone you know. Or Sam, never in a million years, I'm sure, would have thought that was going to happen to you. It's strange. Strange situation.
It was very strange and not a nice day to be part of, to be honest. But just like you said, Sam, all the Phoenix family, as you will, got together in that. And we also want to give a shout out to John Lavery and the Mersey Mavericks, who were really awesome on the day as well. We were lucky to be, I mean, we all said this going later on, we were lucky that we were playing in Liverpool. They had a defib on site. We were close to Broad Green, so that everything aligned. But
if it was gonna happen anywhere, that was the best place to happen. Like there was a defib there, like in a school. Like I said, Broad Green was just down the road. So
and John really Lavery works in that school, so he knew where everything was too. So
Lavo, obviously, we know very well. He was the Phoenix coach for a number of years. So it was just bizarre how it all happened, and the people like the first responders, like the parents.
Yes.
There was a group of people, wasn't there, that were there straight away that saved his life.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the decisions they made were top-notch decisions, and were made at the right times and the best that we could do at the time.
Yeah.
But again, yeah, so just wanted to shout out to John Lavery and the Mersey Mavs for their part in it as well, which was helping out. Moving on from the day, Sam, and your rehab and stuff, because we used to get sent videos from Sam, and he'd be in the hospital and stuff. And one thing I'm always going to say is, whenever Sam gave us a video and that, he was always smiling, always laughing, and always joking. Part of my interaction with Sam ever since he joined and ever since I've known him is the banter that we have, which is really good between us, because I can pretty much say anything to him and he won't take it too personal, and it can be harsh at times. But your rehab, getting into that, how's that been going?
Yeah, so after I was out of the hospital, I was in this cardiac rehabilitation in Ysbyty Gwynedd, which is the local hospital to me. And it was really weird because I walked in for the first time and it's like full of 60, 70-year-olds, and I'm the youngest one. And they all like kind of stopped for like 2 seconds because they were wondering if is it my dad or if it's me that's coming here. So it was like they all stopped, looked at me like, who's coming in now? And then Dad walked away and they were like, I can't believe it's you. Like you, how old? Like all of it came around and like, how old are you? What happened? Why did it happen? I was like, so I went there and I'd go on Tuesdays. So they got me doing like squats, but with like no weight squats, and started really slow with like rowers, and then like treadmills, stairmasters, just to build kind of like, because you lose so much muscle. That's what really shocked me, like taking from it like how I was and how I am now. When I came out of the hospital, it's like all my muscle had gone, like my leg muscles weren't there. Like I lost so much weight, and to put that back on, like doing these like minimal things was really frustrating, because you just like kind of want to jump in, but you can't. So it's like a long road, but...
You say you lost a lot of weight too, but one of the early videos, remember when he was pumped up with all that stuff in his face?
I was going to mention it, but some of the videos you look nothing like.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the first things back from him was like,
they were pretty gnarly, like, holy crap.
And I remember when your mum, like, I think she was flicking through her phone and
she showed me a picture and I was like, that's not me. And I was like, no way. Yeah, no, that was really crazy to see. Like, Mum still got the pictures, and out of nowhere she was like, "Oh, you look like this," and I was like, "Yeah, thank you, Mum. Don't want to remember it."
Yeah. I remember seeing you thinking, like, and your mum and dad were like, "Just to warn you, he doesn't look like Sam." And I was like, oh, "What does that mean?" And you go and you see, it and you're like, "Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like Sam." But obviously, it was everything that was being put into you.
So, what all your rehab and stuff like that now? Sitting here today, how are we?
We're brilliant. We're doing very well. I'm getting back into Diego Carnarvon's training. Yeah. And then that coach, Adwell, he's doing one-to-one sessions with me in like either a Monday morning or Tuesday morning. Yeah. Just help me get like shots up and just kind of like rebuild the confidence that I had. Because like I'd have like maybe if we'd play like a little game in training and it's like, I can't hit my shots, I can't make my layups, I'm getting knackered running up and down. It's really like kind of hard to take, because I used to be able to like run up and down, do whatever, and I'd feel fine. Yeah. But it's just like not making the shots and you seeing the ball, like you saw the ball go in a ton of times before and now you don't see it go in anymore. It's really like heartbreaking, because it's like, I used to be good, what's happened? Like why is it had such an impact?
That's your opinion, you used to be good. You're saying you didn't see the shots go in, but you've had a recent game recently.
Yeah, I had so the first game I played was against, I mean, it's North Wales League. It's nothing like Cheshire League. Like it's the physicality is just not really there. And I dropped 6 points or 7 points, I think. And the first thing I did, I walked up to the balcony and I talked to my mum and dad. And I was like, "Well, that was shit." And they were like, "No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll get better." And it's just like, well, I know I'll get better, but it was like averaging 20, averaging 25, and to go into 7 is like, what's going on? Like, why is it?
You wanted it to come back straight
away. I wanted it to be back like that, like it come really fast. But then I had a second game against Bromborough, and this is like, not for the league, but it was like, we'd need to win it. And that game I really showed out. I think I went 6 for 9 on the 3 and 6 for 9 on 2s. And I was like,
there he is.
And that was like, it's reassuring because there's sparks of what was there. So it's like, after that game, I was buzzing. I was like, but then I thought it was all back. So I was like,
so you think you're going to get 34 every game?
So I thought I was going to get play really well every game. So then I had a tournament yesterday. And I just played awful. I just didn't really I wasn't making my legs.
You probably didn't play as bad as you probably thought. I think you have a high standard of yourself anyway, which is great, and I think that's why you improved so quickly over the last few years. But I think you probably weren't as bad as you think. But it is a process, isn't it? And you won't lose it, and you're so young. And
that's what you got on the side, because you're young and
definitely.
stuff like that. And that's what the doctor said, didn't they? Because you're young and you're already fit and healthy, that you had a full step up anyway.
And you have a really strong character, to come through. So you're going to be fine. I get your frustration though. I get it, because you just want to, 16-year-old, you want to be the best you can be all the time, innit? But it is a process.
Skylar, from the player's point of view, from the pro team, how was it seeing Sam or knowing about Sam, how it was, and then that first time of him coming back when we had all the white shirts with Sam on it and stuff like that?
This is gonna make me cry, probably.
I'm
already emotional from the weekend. I'm gonna fucking cry.
Okay. Thanks for that answer.
We might as well just get it out now. It was really scary to be I remember when Ben told us, he brought everybody in, he had this look on his face, and we're like, either we're in a lot of trouble or something bad's happened. And then he told us, and we're all like, what the heck? Sam? No. We didn't believe it. And then, and then we kept thinking about him in practice games and all that. And then that first game back, I remember carrying his jersey out. I think it was a Sheffield game, carrying it out. And Cam Christian was holding it. And I was telling the guys, play for Sam. Just win the game for Sam. He wants to be here. He's part of our team. He's part of the family. Play for Sam. And
you watched that game?
We watched. I was watching that on the hospital bench.
And that was a big point through the juniors as well. There was a bit of a theme, play for Sam, wasn't it?
And it gave us a big spark.
Yeah.
So
it was, again, that moment was surreal.
Fighting back. Oh my god.
It was really emotional.
God damn it, Sam.
It was tough. It was a tough time, but it really has brought the club really close together. And,
totally.
I think one of the best moments, I've coached juniors for a long, long time, but one of the my best moments was that first game that Sam was back at. Ironically, it was against the team that happened.
It was. That's right. At home, mate.
At home, and that was emotional, and you could feel it in the.
You're gonna have a hell of a 30 for 30. 30. That's what Bobby told me. Bobby told me the other day, whenever things are going bad, just think this is gonna be a great scene in my 30 for 30. You're gonna have a hell of a story. 30 for 30.
So let's move on to or let's end up the chat about this with awareness. What steps can and I'll go to you first, Brycey. What steps are there for awareness in terms of this with Sam? How can others?
Yeah, well, before obviously this happened, I literally knew nothing about anything like this, because it doesn't even enter your head. But I think since it's happened, we've had so many charities and organisations reach out about and you realise that it's actually more common than you think, cardiac arrest in young people. So there's many charities out there of mainly set up through families that have lost young people. So we've been learning a lot about that, and there's a charity which is probably the most popular national one, which is CRY, which is cardiac arrest young people, and they do free screenings for under 35-year-olds, and you can go on the website and sign up and kind of get screened, and if there's any kind of abnormalities, then you can kind of investigate it further. So I'd highly recommend, if you're under 35, kind of do that. And I know the juniors are looking at ways that we can screen all of our junior players, and it's definitely opened up to the pro team as well. Open our eyes, thinking, this is very real now. But I didn't know a lot about it, but that's a great website. But there's loads of great smaller charities that do a lot of awareness. And I think Sam's story, Sam being with Cheshire Phoenix, and it kind of got a lot of coverage,
Yeah.
which has turned into a positive now. Obviously,
Yeah.
like Sam's on the road to recovery. So, if anything, it's really helped us be more aware, and hopefully, if it saves a few people's life by going and getting checked, then great.
But it's even brought the awareness and highlighted the fact to have defibs on site, because a lot of places, and I think you guys are one of the ones with the pro team with the mobile defib thing. Even other basketball teams and that have gone, hey, we need to sort this out.
100%. I spoke like Gary, the chairman. Like when it happened, one of the first conversation we had about it, he was like, "Get a defib."
Yeah,
And we literally ordered it the next day. Like it goes everywhere with us, home, away, on the coach, on the bench. Like it's everywhere with us, and hopefully we never, ever, ever have to use it.
Well, it sits in front of me when I'm commentating on the games, and sometimes I feel I'm going to need it. But
all that dancing.
Yeah, too much. Sam, just before we take a break, thanks very much for sharing your story, and thanks for allowing us to put it out there. And I'm sure a lot of people are happy that you've been able to share this story, and even more happier that you're sitting with us today and you're feeling as good as you are, still averaging 6 points a game. Like you did.
What are you doing tonight, Sam?
I'm training with the under 18s
Oh, yes.
for the first time.
First time. So it's Sam's first training back tonight with the Cheshire under 18s, Cheshire Phoenix under 18s. And Brycey said something about suicide. What? Oh no! Oh, and you said you have to stretch for that bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I'll just sit up. I'll just pulled a bit of my hamstring.
You'll pull that card now.
Yeah. But thanks a lot for that, Sam. We really appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back. I'm going to have a snack. Chef John's going to fix me up. And then we'll be back introducing a couple more or another player into the mix. Into the Nix. Welcome back to the second part of In The Nix. We've got a new player at the desk. We're with Bobby. How you doing, Bobby?
Good.
You all right?
Yep.
You were out listening to the first bit out there before?
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah. Doing good.
Good. We spoke to Sam, we spoke to Skylar, we know their stories. We want to speak to you about your story, where you've come from, where your background, where you're from.
Hazleton, Pennsylvania, Northeast PA.
Oh, Hazleton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
A lot of people think of witchcraft when they think of Pennsylvania, or
I'm not sure. I don't think so. That's more Massachusetts.
Oh, right. That's me getting it wrong, is it? All right. Tell us about your basketball background.
Yeah, so I've played for a while. I'm 27. I've probably been playing since I've been 6 or 7. Played high school in Pennsylvania for 4 years. Then I went to prep school in Maine. Actually played in the same league as Sky.
Oh.
Knapsack.
Yeah, Knapsack.
Is that what the league's called?
Yeah.
Knapsack?
Yeah. New England Prep School Athletic Conference.
Oh, okay. It actually stands for something else. All right. Okay.
Yeah, so I was up in Maine, and then I went to college in Maryland for a year. My head coach left, so then I transferred to a school in New York. I played a season. Well, I had a red shirt because I transferred. And then I played a season, and then because I graduated early, I could transfer without having to sit out. So then I went back with my assistant coach from my first school.
Okay, just to step back a bit. Just to explain to everyone what that red shirt means.
So now you could transfer and not sit out. But when I played, if you transferred, you were on the team. You'd practice. I couldn't travel. So if they were away game, I was just on campus. If it was a home game, I'd just sit on the bench in a sweatsuit. But I'd practice, and then I was essentially just on the team.
So the red shirt means it's essentially sitting out for the year, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're not
you're not allowed to play because you
non-eligible.
transferred. Yeah, non-eligible. You don't actually have to wear a red shirt everywhere.
No, yeah.
Okay, talk to us about G League.
Yeah, so this year I got picked by the Texas Legends. That's the Dallas Mavericks organization. And then I went to training camp with them. That was about 2 weeks. I didn't make the team from that. And then I was in Indiana working out for probably, a month. And I was like, oh, am I going to go back to Europe? Am I going to try and do the G League still? Then I got a DM from it was like a cartoon character with like a Eastern European name. It was like Igor Koshevsky, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you interested in playing for the Lakers? And I'm like, come on, this has to be fake. It was a Sunday night. I texted my agent. I'm like, yeah, I just got this DM from this guy. I don't know if this is real or not. And he said, yeah, we've been on the phone with them. Be prepared to fly out tomorrow. You play in Portland.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh boy, okay. So that's like Sunday night at like 9:30. He's like, your flight's at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. So I go to the airport, fly all day, land in Portland. I'm at the hotel for probably an hour or two, and then I go play a game. I didn't know anybody on the team at that point. I met the coaches and the players an hour and a half.
No plays?
No plays, hour and a half before the game. There was a couple times on the court where they're like, chest twirl or whatever play. And I'm like this to the coaches. And they're like, just go stand in the corner. So
Go spot up.
yeah.
Oh, man. And so how long did you stay with them for?
So I was with them for probably a week or two. But my contract was only a certain amount of games. Because it was right before the G League showcase.
Yeah.
So that was, I was there till like December 10th. So I signed here and there was a $50,000 buyout with the G League. But how we phrased it with this team, it was I had to be released from the G League for more than 3 weeks before I could come here. So I signed here, and then because I didn't play the first game or two here, I was like, technically, we were like waiting for
that to clear.
Yeah.
Right. So you had to wait for clearance before you signed, but you still had to wait for clearance before you could actually play.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
That's got to be a really good experience, though, right? In G League.
Yeah. I mean, in Dallas, we weren't at the Mavericks facility. We were at a separate facility in Frisco. It's actually where the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, where they would work out. So we had our own practice facility there. But then with the Lakers, we were in the Lakers facility.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I think it's an $80-90 million facility. It's high level. I mean, they have 3 courts there's probably 15 baskets. We had breakfast, lunch, dinner, pre-game, post-game meal every day I was there. I thought I was going to have to spend money in LA. I don't think I spent a cent.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I need to go there. And then you came here. And like you say, you've come in halfway during the season. How did that fit? How was that coming in halfway during the season with the team?
Honestly, I feel like I've gotten pretty used to it because last year I played in Finland for half the year, and then I went to Romania for the second half. And then same thing, I joined the Lakers right before here. I mean, everybody kind of runs the same stuff. It's just integrating within the team.
Yeah, it's just getting into that scheme, mate.
Yeah.
Basketball's the same everywhere.
Yeah. Wales, same?
Yeah, I can tell you Wales is pretty much the same as England.
Yeah, well,
Then you are sorry.
There you go. Same as G League, right?
Well, I don't know about that one.
Oh. Oh, that's cool. So Skylar, as when a player comes in halfway during the season, something like that, and Bobby said from his personal, because he's done it coming halfway, how was not accepting the player, because you're always going to be accepting of a player, but how was it trying to get a new player into the system?
I mean, if we know their role and what they do, it's pretty easy to put them in the right spot and like get them the ball where they want the ball, kind of, because everybody knows the game.
Yeah.
And like I said about Sam earlier, like if they come in and just work hard, it allows for a lot of things to be really easy. And yeah, Bob works his ass off. So.
And it's all about trying to gel together once you get there and know where people like the ball, what they like to do, where they are.
Yeah, that just comes from playing.
Yeah, that comes.
It just comes from playing and being around each other and just being on the court with each other.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to throw some questions at you guys. Skylar, you've answered a couple of these, I think, maybe, and something. So, Bobby, what food do you miss from America?
What food do I miss from America?
That you can't get here, obviously.
Probably Cracker Barrel blueberry pancakes.
There's a theme going on here, eh, Skylar? Because when I asked Skylar and Cam the same thing, they were well, not always, but they went straight to breakfast as well.
Waffle House.
Waffles.
Is what we said.
They were like Waffle House in a fight.
Cracker Barrel is amazing, though.
Is it?
Yeah, I love Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to stay with you, Bobby. What food have you found over here in the UK that is on point that you can't get in America?
Uh,
The other, Skylar and Cam said black pudding. Have you tried that?
no.
No, he hasn't had it yet.
They don't
No,
like
I
that.
haven't had that. I know Nando's is in America.
You frequent Nando's a lot?
When I first got here, I did, but not really anymore. I've been venturing off, trying other restaurants. A Prezzo place was good. I think it's Prezzo, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. And I've been going to a place called Ego lately, and I like that place.
Oh, that's just around the corner from the Oaks. That one, eh?
Yeah.
They're good.
Salty.
Yeah.
I have a question for you to ask Bob.
You ask him.
What's your favorite grocery store?
M&S. Yeah. I love grocery stores. I love going to the grocery store.
And M&S is your favorite?
Yeah.
Geez, they're paying you too much here, man.
Yeah.
You're shopping at M&S, bro.
I don't go there all the time. I only get fruit from there. But yeah, I love the grocery store. I go probably every day.
And what grocery store do you miss in America? What's your favorite?
Probably Kroger. Kroger was the place I went to in Indiana the most.
Kroger, like the sauce?
I'm not sure what sauce that is.
I'm crying, dude. Cracks me up.
Kroger's probably like Asda.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Walmart's like Asda. Walmart is Asda. You have a Walmart down there? Walmart's got to be all over, right?
Walmart is one of a kind.
Yeah. Walmart's way bigger than Asda.
Yeah, like 3 times as big.
Yeah, but Asda's actually owned by Walmart.
It's the knockoff Walmart.
Yeah. No, yeah.
If you can't get guns at it, it's not a Walmart.
And only need a license. Skylar, what would you be doing if you weren't playing basketball?
In a ditch. Literally, I have no idea. It's like literally the only thing I can do. So
This was it. What would you have wanted to do then? What would like let's say you look at a job now or something? What would you go? Oh man, I would have loved to do that.
Nothing. Literally nothing. I don't know how I got through school. I got good grades. I don't know how I got good grades. I just had to. I can't sit at a desk for more than this is like about as long as I can sit at a desk for.
Right.
Yeah,
nothing.
I just want to compete and move around and yell. It's like my favorite things to do.
Got the Skylar yell on point.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know. I probably would have played another sport.
Right.
Like baseball or something like that. But like office job, 9 to 5, I just can't do it.
No.
Like I can't. I knew from like when I was like 14, I'm like, I can't do this. Yeah.
So you had to be good.
I had to. It was like athlete or
bust
or unemployed. Yeah.
Bobby?
Well, sports. I love sports. I would have liked to play football. I think I could have been a quarterback. Athletically, I don't think I could have played anywhere else on the field, especially like in the NFL. But if coaching basketball, but if it wasn't sports, I love being part of a team. So I think I would have liked to have been in the military.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. I can see you there.
Thanks.
Sam? Wow. We could still say, what do you want to be?
Yeah.
Well, I want to be a basketballer. That's my main. That's what I want to do.
Yep.
If it doesn't work out, probably still something related to sports, like a physio or a PT, like run my own kind of business in that like gym kind of setting.
Aren't you already putting a foot in the door there with
Yeah,
LSS?
LS, yeah, they're brilliant to get into like sort of coaching stuff. They've got so many opportunities to go out. I did a residential on like how all of these like we had like probably 5-6 individuals that we met, and they all ran their own business. They had their own like company that they ran, but it was all to do with sport as well. So it's really like definitely if I don't make it basketball wise, definitely something like that, like running my own business to do with a gym or like something like that.
Something
Yeah,
still in
definitely.
sport.
Definitely. I don't think I can't, like Skylar said, 9 to 5 is just
Not gonna
absolutely
happen.
not. If that happens, shoot me, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
that is,
I have to say something if my mother watches this, because I know if she watches this, I'm gonna get a text message. She's like, "Skylar, you're so smart. You're selling yourself short." Blah blah. Blah. Relax, ma. Just relax.
Okay. We've done this. We've done this with Skylar. If you were giving someone in the team the auxiliary chord, who did you say, Skylar? Like if you were giving someone to play the music, who would it be? I can't remember.
I said
who you
me.
said.
I like my music,
Oh yeah,
but I think we collectively agreed on Cam.
yeah. Bobby.
Cam Holden.
Me personally, I would like Skylar on it. But for the team,
Is there
for the sake
bromance going on here? What's going on here? Come on, man.
for the sake of the
You should
team,
hear the music we listen to when we
Yeah.
work out.
Oh, really?
It's not typical basketball music. It's like One Last Breath by Creed and like Divorced Dad rock. Yeah.
but for the sake of the team, I'd pick probably RJ or Cam.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, I'd trust RJ with the music. Yeah.
Would ya?
Yeah, I'd trust RJ with it.
RJ. Okay, and let's stick on the RJ thing because this happened with Skylar. He chose RJ. Who's the best dressed in the team?
I take back my answer.
Oh,
It's not RJ, it's Ulf. I forgot about Ulf last time. It's Ulf.
It's Ulf.
Ulf's got, yeah, it's Ulf.
Okay.
Yeah, it's off, no question.
No question.
I'm agreeing with him. It's off. No doubt
Sorry,
about
RJ.
it.
But
Do I go down the worst dressed or?
Have you seen him walk into the games?
Ulf?
Ulf is looking smart. He's looking when he walks out. Whew,
yeah,
he's got some.
and he smells good.
Does he?
That's a bit
Yeah,
weird, but
he does.
He does smell good.
We need to get back on the media team for the next thing because I haven't seen those walk-in shots for a while now. We had shots of you
yeah.
guys walking in the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
Might you just because normally you got like scruffy like Sam is now. Okay. If you were to choose 4 players, so yourself and 4 other players to play within the league, you can't choose your own teammates. Who you got? Skylar?
Let me get 5 players, so I got one coming off the bench. Keedy Johnson from Bristol. I like Keedy. Prentice Nixon.
Yep.
Either Donovan Clay or Aaron Rye. Me. And Damon Robinson from
You've
Bristol.
just named 7.
Well, you said me. You said 4, including me.
Well, that's true.
If I want to play
that's
with.
true. That's true.
Yeah,
sorry. Okay. I also forgot to say too that this doesn't have to be positional. It's just players.
Oh.
We don't have to go. It has to be a centre. You have to have a small. Nothing like that. It was just any 4. But that you still go with that?
Well, now I need to rethink it.
You rethink it because Bobby's got
Okay.
his. Unless, do you need to rethink yours?
No, I constructed a team, and I'm gonna go with the team.
Okay, let's. And I actually gave this question to you before we came in because I thought mid-season you may not have seen all the teams, you may not know all the players, but you were locked in. You had 2 players. Okay, you had 2 players straight off the bat. As soon as I asked the question, you went, "I got 2. Don't give me those 2. Give me the other 2 first."
So my positionally the 1, I'm taking 2 Holloway.
So you're gonna go. We're gonna go positional here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
That's how I did it. Put Keedy
I
at the
know.
1, Prentice at the 2.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
taking
Alright.
him at the 1,
Holloway
Holloway.
played him last night.
Yeah, and then Prentice Nixon at the 2, and then Sherfield from Bristol
Yes.
at the 3, me at the 4, and then Hazabetovich at the 5.
Wow, I like how you've
Yeah.
thought about this.
Yeah, constructed the team.
Skylar, you're right. He thinks about stuff. You said that to us before.
He's a thinker. Deep thinker.
And we've been told you're on the QT, one of the funniest in the team. Do you think you're funny?
I think I have quick wit.
Sam, we spoke about this and you didn't want to answer this question. So
I don't know any names. I'm terrible with names. I'll just be like, oh, he's pretty good. I'll talk to someone on the bench.
Should I drop you in it?
Nah, I'd leave me out. I wouldn't. I couldn't
sure?
give you
'Cause
5.
you could if
No,
I
I
said
couldn't.
if I said you can pick from the team.
From our team.
Yeah, but I won't drop you in
No.
because you're going to choose 4. And
I did forget about
the other 4
Mike
people.
Akura from
Yeah, I
Newcastle.
thought he would come in somewhere.
Yeah.
Newcastle? No.
Yeah.
I've asked Skylar this. Your worst gym to play in here in the league.
Worst gym to play in the league.
You won't be able to answer.
He hasn't been to some.
You won't be able to answer like them as well. Or that you've
Have I
been
been
to.
everywhere?
No.
That you've been to so far that you've gone in and gone,
I kind of like them all. There wasn't really one. Caledonia was nice. London was super nice.
Did you go Surrey?
Yeah, I like Surrey.
I just don't like the floor, that weird plastic floor.
I didn't mind that.
Sheffield have got a nice new gym.
Sheffield has a nice one. Leicester, I heard the hoops were like this, but I think they got new rims. They knew I was coming, so they got new rims.
They got new rims for you to hang on.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
He
So
hasn't been to Bristol, though.
No, I haven't been to
Bristol's
Bristol.
Bristol's the worst.
Oh. Okay. Wow. Yeah, and he can't answer like last year for Plymouth either, can he?
Plymouth was terrible.
And that was just the travel. Sam, what about you?
I'd say the best one's Caledonia because they've got all that like fans place with the
Fan zone is ridiculous.
Yeah, the fan zone is crazy.
I haven't been up there yet.
You'll love it, Salty. There's a lot of food there. So. And then I haven't been, but like watching it on the phone or something. Bristol just looks a bit like, I don't know. I kind of feel like it'd be really cold in there because it's like looks like it's what's the wall? Is it like a stone? Because it looks really like
it is kind of cold when you go in there.
I think the hardest thing with Bristol though is when they record, they have to record from that one side over to benches where they haven't got as many seating behind.
It's just small and like the rims are really bad, like really hard.
So they play out of the university, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Bristol.
Sam, what's your favourite NBA team?
Favorite NBA team? Ooh, that's a good question. I'm liking Minnesota at the moment.
Minnesota?
Yeah, because I like Ant as well.
I was going to end your favourite NBA player?
Yeah, Ant or Jar, like all the athletic guys. I think when they get those nice clips, it's like...
You like seeing that?
Yeah, it's nice.
Bobby?
I don't really have a favorite team. Growing up, I liked the Spurs.
Skylar?
Yeah,
do you know what's really funny that I find with basketball players like yourselves is they don't really have a team, NBA-wise. But if I went, what's your favourite college team? Would you be able to answer there?
Yeah, Purdue, Fort Wayne, where I went.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
And it does always come back to personally where you went and stuff like that. But it's because you've got more connection, eh?
Yeah.
You find myself being from New Zealand, people from South Africa, people from they will choose a team on like they choose the Lakers because of LeBron, something like that, or they choose Memphis because of some stuff like that. We've gotten a bit better because Steven Adams has come in the league, so people follow him. But we have a real attachment, and that's where I find you guys will attach to college more than you do NBA. Does that sound a bit fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like NBA anyway. I don't like watching it. I like watching Jokic play, but
oh man,
just because it's fat white guy. You know what I mean? I resonate with that.
And the good thing about him too is he doesn't like one of his last clips after he won the league. He was like he was in a media press conference or whatever it was, and his he was more concerned that he had to go home to his racing horses.
It was like, when's the parade on Thursday? I have to go home.
That's it. Yeah. He was more concerned to get home to his horses than he was doing the parade. That's cool. Well, guys, we've come to near the end of our podcast. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for the stories again, Sam.
Thanks for making me cry, Sam.
Yeah, no problem. I don't
Asshole.
Bobby, thanks for being here. It's been good to get to know you a bit better. Inside the mind of Bobby. Planutis.
Yep.
Yeah? Cool. So, thanks again. And make sure you catch us on our next podcast. Again, this one's brought to you by Soup Creative, Anything Video. These are your guys, so check them out. And again, any questions you have that you want to get to know these guys or any of those little quips and stuff like that, feel free to send them in and we can throw them at the players when they get in here.
I need to do a shout out real quick. I forgot to do this earlier.
100%.
I went to Wagga's yesterday after the game for dinner, and we have the best fans in the league, and some of them paid for my meal, so I want to shout out them. That was awesome. It made me cry, and I cry all the time. it made me cry in Waggers because I was like, that was like the nicest thing ever.
So Wagamama's you went to.
Oh, yeah.
We got to shout out them so they can give you free food as well.
But thank you for paying for my meal.
Absolutely. And don't forget, before we get up, Bobby, I want to ask you this. Do you hear the fans when you're playing?
Sometimes.
Yeah. They
Yeah, sometimes.
It's nice. It's good when it's loud though, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they get in behind like that. Because I see you jump up off the bench all the time.
Yeah.
You're a good support, like a good cheerleader yourself.
I try to be.
He just can't stop laughing over there.
This dude cracks me up.
March 16th, local derby against Manchester at the Ellesmere Port Sports Arena. Make sure you're there. Thanks again, guys. And make sure you tune in next time in The Nix.